Hello, hello, welcome in. I'm going to get started today with a little bit of Palo Santo. Thank you, Sacred Palo Santo, for raising our energy, raising the energy of our environment. You don't have to be here in the presence of the Palo Santo tree to receive the energy upgrade that this beautiful sacred tree offers to us. But maybe, just maybe, you will be able to smell the Palo Santo if your clairsentience is heightened, if your clairsentience is activated. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I'm Jenny. I'm a shamanic healer. I'm a retreat host, a women's coach, and I love to do these videos here on YouTube. I'm doing an overall 2026 reading for the collective. So if you're watching this video, trust that there's no such thing as a coincidence, that this video was meant to find you. The collective that I tune into today, there will be messages for each and every one of you in the beginning part of the reading here, where I look at the overall energy for 2026. And then there will also be specific messages for you if you're looking for a message for your sign. I'll go through the orders of all the astrological signs, starting with Aries, ending with Aquarius. So I will drop the timestamp down below for those. But in the meantime, let's get into the overall energy for 2026. I'm sure you've heard lots of different messages about what this energy of 2026 offers for all of us. Let's start with the numerology aspect of it. We're just completing a number 9 year in 2025, and we're coming into a number 1 year in 2026. What does that mean? Well, if you're new to numerology, number 9 is all about cycles ending. And 2025 saw a lot of this. A lot of people were moving, a lot of people were leaving jobs, leaving relationships. I know some of you have shared in the comments some of the stuff that you're going through, big career changes, stuff like that. And that is still going to continue for the first part of the year. Nature's New Year doesn't actually start until the spring. So if you are still experiencing cycles ending, maybe different beliefs that you're leaving behind, different habits, different patterns, different behaviors that you're leaving behind in 2026, that's not a coincidence. It's because the number 9 year is still going to be felt in the first couple of months of the year. And then it was also a year of the snake. And what does the great serpent teach us? Amaru teaches us to shed our past, to shed our wound energy, to shed outdated beliefs, to shed whatever is no longer serving us. And you know, sometimes it can feel a little bit challenging, but really what the snake teaches us is that we can shed effortlessly. We can shed easily. It doesn't have to be this really challenging experience in order to let go of what's no longer serving us. Think about the snake. The snake just slithers along the ground and Mother Earth helps it to release. And Mother Earth can help us to release as well. So if you are still shedding in 2026, in the beginning part of the year here, know that Mother Earth can be very, very helpful for you with this. Like any great mother, Pachamama wants to take all of our suffering, all of our pain, all of our struggles, all of our anger, our sadness, our fears, our insecurities, and you know, she absolutely will if you go out there and spend some time with her. I know I'm looking outside right now. It's currently snowing where I am. It's not always easy to get outside in the winter, but there's definitely an opportunity here for you to be supported by Mother Earth with anything that you are still releasing as we enter into the new year. So what does 2026 stand for? The number 1 year? Well, number 1 is all about new beginnings, new opportunities. Definitely things are going to be changing for a lot of us. You might find yourself once again moving locations to start new in a fresh geographical location for you. You might find yourself in a new relationship. You might find yourself starting a new career. You might find yourself having a new member join your family, even pets, things like that. There's definitely something new coming for all of us and many new opportunities. Now, it is also the year of the horse. And what does the horse represent? The horse represents freedom, duality, forward momentum. There's so much here for us in 2026. And I really feel as a collective, we're going to notice a lot of things are still going to fall down, fall apart because they're not meant to be coming with us into this 2026 year. I feel like we're going to see this a lot, of course, in establishments and higher powers. If you watch a lot of readers, I'm sure you've heard others talk about this as well. It really feels, I've been saying this for the last couple of years, like, things might have to feel like they're getting worse before they're getting better. So with that being said, I wanted to start today's reading off for the collective with the Raise Your Vibration Oracle by Kyle Gray, because that's going to be really important for all of us to keep our vibration up, because there is going to be, and there is right now, a really strong collective energy of fear, doubt, insecurity. And for those of you who are watching, I have a feeling if you're watching this video, it's because you are on your journey and you are somebody who maybe considers themselves an empath. And if you are not consistent with your energy hygiene practices, which for me, there's 3 steps to energy hygiene: cleanse, ground, and protect, then it's going to be easier for you to be affected by the collective energy. Again, fear, doubt, insecurity. As these shifts are going through, they are affecting us all in different ways, but raising our vibration, keeping our vibration way up is going to help us to not be as negatively affected by the collective energy. And I'm not saying this like toxic positivity, like, oh, no bad days. Of course, our vibration is going to ebb and flow. It's going to be like a roller coaster, really. Sometimes it's high, sometimes it's low, sometimes it's in the middle, you don't know. But I feel like starting us off with an energy of how to raise your vibration in 2026 is going to give us a little bit of insight as to how this reading is going to go. So what is going to be the easiest way, the most aligned way for the collective, for anyone who's watching and resonating with this reading, to keep our vibration nice and high for the majority of the time in 2026, please? Okay, let's keep going. I wanted to stop there, but something said no. There we go. That's why. I am surrounded by angels. What a beautiful message. When we're feeling alone, when we're feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm the only person in the world going through this, or why is this so challenging for me? Nobody understands. This is a beautiful reminder that we are all surrounded by our spirit guides, our spirit allies, our angels, our ancestors. I really feel called to look at the bottom of the deck too. And before I show you the card, look at this deck. It's very colorful, very colorful. Only a couple pink signs, pink cards. And we got a pink one here as well. It is safe for you to shine. It is safe for you to shine. So it feels to me like some of you are not quite out of the spiritual closet yet. Maybe you're dimming to fit in, you're experiencing some people-pleasing behaviors. I can resonate with all of this. This is like, I feel like I'm talking to myself at the beginning of my journey when I'm channeling this message right now. And just a reminder, if you're not resonating with this message, that's fine. Leave it for someone else. You don't have to resonate with the entire message. There could be bits and pieces that you're resonating with, because of course, this is for the collective of everyone who watches. So, if lots of people watch, then there might be something for you here, but something for this person there, and something for that person there. So take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't. But I feel like I was called to look at the bottom of the deck for a reason. It's safe for you to shine. It's safe for you to shine. So it's safe for you to be your true, authentic self. And if others feel like, you're too much or you're so intense, then those aren't your people. You got to remember that we're all just mirrors for one another, right? So if you are triggering other people as you are coming more into alignment with your true, authentic self, that trigger is there to teach that other person. Maybe somebody does think you're too much, and maybe that's because they're afraid to speak their truth. Maybe somebody does think that you're too much, and that's because they're used to sweeping things under the rug. That doesn't mean that you actually are too much. That just means that your authenticity is irritating to them. Your light is irritating their shadow. That's what's happening there. So I feel like for those of you who are watching and resonating with this message, in 2026, you're going to be, I feel like the energy I'm picking up on is, it's like you're going to be dragged into your own authenticity. Like you are not going to be able to tolerate anything that is inauthentic to you. Anything that feels like, no, this isn't right. No, I want to say yes here. I don't want to say no. I'm going to say yes because I want to say yes. This is what I'm doing because this is what feels right to me. And if other people have a problem with it, well, that's their problem, not yours. So just be okay with that. That's easier said than done. I know. I'm going to pull another card from Finding Inner Peace before we get into the meat and potatoes of this reading, because again, this year ahead, I know that our vibration will dip and raise and dip and raise. So what will help us to find inner peace? What will help us to stay in alignment with our highest timeline in 2026, please? It's time to heal and evolve. So yeah, there's still more healing coming in this year ahead. You know, the year of the snake may be over, the number 9 year may be over, but there's definitely still an opportunity here for us to be going within. This says, I'm taking care of myself and my inner child, and I'm filling my mind with light-filled thoughts. I will fully heal and evolve. This is beautiful. It does feel like that number 9 energy, the energy of completion is lingering throughout the year. There will be lots of new opportunities, but that number 9 year, that shedding completion, it is going to linger into the new year. I said that earlier. And then on the bottom of the deck, we've got love awakens my soul. I will begin to truly love myself with a love that awakens my soul. My heart is open to giving and receiving love. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This year I have the Muscles, Macros, Mindset Rebirth program starting up in January. And so much of that is about loving ourselves. I was a fat loss coach for over 7 years, and hundreds of women and dozens of men too ran through the Muscles, Macros, Mindset program. And you know, not everybody kept the weight off. And that is the hard part about being in the health and fitness world, is that it's very common for people to experience rebound weight gain. And, you know, it's challenging for me to not take it personally, because I know that when my clients were running through the program, they were having great results. The average loss was 20 to 30 inches in 12 weeks, which is massive. And I really prided myself on not having any restrictive meal plans or diets or anything like that. It was all about tracking macros, learning what makes up your food. Some people call that flexible dieting. You know, no food's off limits. Just eat what you want, and you're going to learn what makes you feel good and what doesn't make you feel good. And no slaving in the gym. You know, we did 3 dumbbell workouts per week from home. Some people did go to the gym because they had gym memberships, but I built it in such a way that you don't have to go to the gym. But looking back now in hindsight, it's so clear to me that the missing piece is really loving ourselves. Loving ourselves. So I've spent the past several years training in shamanism, working as a spiritual alignment coach, hosting retreats. I walked away from the health and fitness world, but it kept knocking on my door. People constantly asking me for advice and help, and you know, how to take care of their bodies. And I'm really excited about this because I'm interweaving shamanism and our healing journey and learning to love ourselves and love our bodies again. You know, no diet or workout program will ever work long-term if we're not healing from whatever caused us not to love our bodies in the first place. And let me tell you, I've also worked with dozens and dozens of women who didn't have weight loss goals, but they wanted to take better care of themselves. Maybe they wanted to gain weight. Maybe they wanted to gain strength. Maybe they just wanted to tone up. And it didn't matter what their goals were. It's all about loving ourselves and loving our bodies. There's a reason why we're not drinking enough water. There was a reason why we're not eating enough fruits and vegetables. There's a reason why we're neglecting protein. And protein's not just for muscles, you guys. Protein is for calming our central nervous system. It's for repairing every single cell in our bodies. There's a reason why we're not moving our bodies enough. There's a reason why we're eating too much junk food. There's a reason why we're addicted to sugar. And it all stems around loving ourselves and loving our bodies. So I feel like that's a really strong message for those of you who are resonating today. 2026 offers you the opportunity to discover, what does loving your body look like? Our bodies are always speaking to us, but are you listening? That's the key. Are you listening? So the rebirth program definitely interweaves some spiritual alignment as well, so that you can learn how to better listen to your intuition, trust your intuition, take action on the messages that you get through your intuition. I'm moving on now to the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle by Kelly Smith to see what is the primary energy for 2026 for the collective of everyone who will watch this video. What is the primary energy for 2026? I've got 2 here, okay? Okay, beautiful. Oh my gosh, synchronistic numbers all over the place. Number 1, we've got number 11, which is natural born leader. I feel like some of you who are watching, you are stepping, oh my gosh, I said this earlier. I said, like, some of you haven't fully come out of the spiritual closet yet. I feel like this year is a really big year for you to do just that. So it doesn't matter how far you are on your journey. You know, if you've been on your journey for a long time and you're like, what are you talking about? I'm out of the spiritual closet. Maybe it's time for you to start something with this. Maybe readings, healing work, some sort of business or side hustle. Maybe it's time for you to step up to the plate. How can you be of service using your gifts? How can you show up in service? We all have something that we're meant to do. We all have a purpose. And I know it's really common to feel disconnected from our purpose. I've gone through this for years. I've been self-employed for 10 years and, fat loss coach, spiritual alignment coach, shamanic healer, retreat host, back to fat loss coach. What am I doing? I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to do this. Maybe I'm supposed to do that. I can't tell. It can be confusing for sure. But this natural born leader card says that you were born to lead others, and it is a part of your life's path. It is a part of your purpose. Connecting with our purpose can be as simple as connecting with what lights us up. What do we feel passionate about? What can we spend hours doing that feels like minutes? These videos sometimes are that for me. Sometimes I'm filming all day long, 8 hours. I just take small breaks to have snacks and go outside and ground and cleanse my energy in between and meditate in between. But I'm in my office for so long and it's like, oh my gosh, that day just flew by. That day just totally flew by. So what is it that brings you passion, that brings you joy, that you love doing? We all have something we can teach others, right? I have a friend who's going through a divorce, and she reached out to another woman who she knew had gone through a divorce to ask her for advice and wisdom on how to navigate the legal system. She had no idea. One of my clients said to me recently, like, Jenny, I don't even know how to properly cleanse my energy. Can you teach me how to properly cleanse my energy? And there's a million different ways, but I was like, oh my gosh, yeah. I've been doing this for so long, I kind of forgot what it was like when I didn't know these practices, when I wasn't coming into right relationship with grandmother sage and Palo Santo and Florida water and using my bells and rattles and drums and even visualization and cold water and salt water and all these different things. I kind of had forgotten what it was like to be learning these things. There's something that you can teach others here. I really feel that. This is the primary energy for 2026. That's amazing. It's the number 1 year. We've got new opportunities coming. It's the year of the horse, forward momentum, freedom. In here, you're being called to step into your role as a natural born leader. And you're also getting synchronicities, which is another synchronistic number. Look at that, number 44, okay? Synchronicities. So allow the magic to unfold as synchronistic events lead you in a new direction. Be opportunity ready. You're going to be meeting the right people at the right time. Oh, this feels so good. I have truth bumps all over my body, you guys. Watch out for all of those angel numbers, those signs, those symbols. Nothing is a coincidence, okay? If you see an eagle in the sky and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like that means something. Maybe just Google real quick. What does the eagle mean? By the way, eagle tells us to arise above, to see the bigger picture in all of our life circumstances. The eagle also lends us this bird's eye view so we can focus. Eagles are messengers. All birds are messengers. There's so many different messages with the eagle, but you know, be on the lookout for synchronicities, for signs, for symbols in 2026, because they're going to help lead you to your most aligned path, your most aligned timeline, your most aligned destiny. I'm going to pull a few more cards here, and then I'll get into a card for each of the signs. Maybe I'll do a couple of cards for each of the signs, one from each of these decks. I've got 3 decks here. So the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle by Kelly Smith, Raise Your Vibration by Kyle Gray, Finding Inner Peace. Who's this one by? Excuse me. Finding Inner Peace, Olivia Berkey. Finding Inner Peace is so cute. I love the gold on the side as well. The whole deck has gold on the side. I love that. It's so pretty. I love gold, if you haven't noticed. I actually love white gold on my skin, but I like yellow gold in the house. So if this is the primary energy for the collective for the 2026 year ahead, let's see what will be the biggest challenge, because it ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's good to know what could be challenging us so then we can learn how to move through it, right? What could be the biggest challenge for the collective for the 2026 year ahead, please? Okay, parting ways. So yeah, there's going to be some stuff that you need to let go of. Okay? And this isn't always a relationship. It could be. It could be. But I feel like for most of you, parting ways is actually about moving on from a situation, a habit, a behavior, self-sabotage. What is it that you've been tolerating that you can no longer tolerate in the next year ahead? It's time to get really clear and honest with yourself about what that is, because something needs to go. This says it might be time to move on from this person or situation. You can't make space for this. You can't make space for this new opportunity that's coming your way if you're still stuck in this. Again, self-sabotage, whatever it might be. You've got to let go of something. I get a really strong feeling for so many of you, this is very individual. It's not about another person, okay? So maybe, I was just talking about this. Maybe you are ignoring the signals from your body, ignoring your body's cues, ignoring when your body says, I need more water, I am parched here. Or ginger turmeric tea, if you're me. Maybe you have been procrastinating about whatever it is that's making you feel like garbage. You know, I just had a cleansing of my home. I had a good friend come in and do an energetic cleansing and blessing of my home. And, you know, I've done lots of smudging in here, but there was still something there. There was still something there. And we've been here for nearly 6 months. And I was like, I need to do this. I need to do this. And I was procrastinating. And then I'm like, you know what? It needs to be done before the end of the year. Can you please come? It took me multiple months to reach out and ask her to come and do this. But, you know, I've been thinking about it since before we even moved in. So maybe you're procrastinating. I don't know. But there's something that needs to be let go of. Can you tell me a little bit more about this parting ways card for the collective for 2026, please? What else do we need to know about our biggest challenge in 2026? Boundaries. And again, I feel like for so many of us, for so many of you, this is about boundaries with yourself. Learning how to say yes when your body is saying yes. Learning how to say no when your body is saying no. And having the, whether you want to call it discipline, self-love, not motivation, because motivation's fleeting, right? Self-accountability, authenticity, whatever it is, having enough of that to be able to stand firm in the energy of decision. You know, if you're, and I'm not talking New Year's resolutions here, okay? That drives me crazy. That stuff's ridiculous. Like, you have to actually love what you're doing and do it because you love yourself, not because you want to punish yourself or because you want to, you know, be like someone else, okay? But having the self-accountability to make a decision and stay in it. Like, if that decision is, okay, I've been feeling really stiff lately, I'm going to wake up and do 10 minutes of yoga every morning. Or I'm going to go for a walk every morning. Or I'm going to go for a walk every day after work. Whatever it is. Having the self-accountability to hold yourself to that. Okay? Have these boundaries with yourself. A lot of this, again, I feel like is learning to listen to your body, learning to listen to your own intuition. Are there any blind spots that the collective needs to know about for 2026, please? Any blind spots? Power struggle. Power struggle. I know that I probably sound like I am a repeating horse here, but I feel like the message is the same. This isn't a power struggle with someone else. This is a power struggle with yourself. To me, it feels like, you know, you got your higher self on one shoulder, the angel. You've got your ego on the other shoulder, the devil, and they're fighting. They're fighting. And I mean, this is, the South Node is still in Virgo, so we're letting go of perfectionism. And yeah, the ego is like, no, it's got to be this way before I do it. I have to know everything there is to know about it before I take action on it. And this power struggle really feels like it's a power struggle within yourself. And that's in your blind spot. So we've brought awareness to it, which means that we can move through it, okay? And what will help the collective align with their highest timeline with ease and grace in the year 2026, please? With ease and grace. Speaking up. Oh yeah, authenticity. I've been saying it this whole reading. This is about speaking your truth. Standing in your power. You got power struggle a minute ago. Natural born leader. Yeah, you're going to have to speak up. Yeah, you're going to have to speak up. This says, your soul is guiding you to stand in your light and speak your truth. Stand in your light. You are a light being. Again, you are here to serve. You have magic and medicine. We all have our own unique flavor of medicine, right? And the world needs so much medicine right now. If we're going to come out of this crapshoot that we're currently in, we're going to need all the light workers to step up. So step up. Take this as your sign, okay? If you've been looking for a sign, take this as your sign. Let's get one final message before we jump into the astrological signs, and I'll pull cards for all of you. Let's get one more card for the collective. One final message for 2026, for the energy of 2026. What do we need to know? Generosity. Look at you and your angel numbers. Holy moly, you got 11, or you got 11, you got 44, you got 41, which there's the 444 and the 111, and then you got 1, so let's add an extra 1 to that. And now you've got 77. Generosity. Give with no strings attached. That's what's needed right now. Give from your heart, no strings attached. If you can give money, give money. If you can give time, give time. If you can give your gifts, give your gifts. If you can give your items, give your items. Purge, donate. Be generous. 2026 is all about humanity. I know for me it is anyway. 2026 is about showing up for each other. Oh, truth bumps everywhere, all over my body. Ooh, that's a good one. Wow. How can you show up more in service? I know for myself, you know, I'm raising these chickens. I have my homestead now. I'm raising these chickens. I'm selling eggs. They're organic fed and loved. They're loved. There's a big difference when you eat a chicken who grew up in a factory farm with no space, just shoulder to shoulder with her sister or mother, versus a chicken that's loved. I go out and I see my chickens multiple times a day. I was just out there right before I started hitting record on this video. I'm like, oh no, did I mess my hair up with the snow? I just curled my hair this morning. There's a big difference. I'm going to be growing some gardens. I'm going to be selling some organic food. I'm going to be having retreats here, helping others to heal, to release their wound energy so they can come into more alignment with their highest self. And there's something that you're meant to do as well. There's something that you have to share, your own unique flavor of medicine. What is that? Because that's needed this year. The world needs your medicine, and you're being called to step forward into your gifts, to step forward into your purpose. Beautiful message. Beautiful, beautiful message. Okay, I'm going to switch over now and start doing some cards for each of the signs, starting with Aries. So I'll pull one from each of these decks here, and we'll see, what does the Aries collective need to know most for 2026, please? What message will help Aries to align with their highest path, their highest purpose, their highest timeline, their highest destiny? Hidden treasure. Yeah, you have untapped potential, okay? You have gifts that you're not even aware of, Aries. You have medicine that you need to share with the world and you don't even know. You don't even know yet what that is. Yeah, and it's a number 9 as well. So I feel like for you, Aries, this card is number 9. For you, Aries, you might still be shedding in this first part of the year. That's fine. Nature's New Year doesn't come until the spring. I'm going to be doing a spring equinox retreat here on my land. It's the first overnight retreat I've had since we moved into this property. Devotion unites me with the infinite. So you have these gifts, Aries. You have these gifts that are ready to be explored. And it's your devotion that is going to help you uncover them. Your devotion to whatever you feel devoted to, not what I feel devoted to. Your devotion to your unique individual practices. They're different for everyone, you know? Some people go to church, some people pray, some people connect with Mother Earth, some people journey and connect with their higher self. Some people sit with plant medicine, some people smudge regularly, some people journal, some people do yoga. We all have different practices. Your devotion is going to be what connects you in 2026 to your higher self, your spirit guides and allies, your purpose. I feel like looking at the bottom, I clear my energy fields. So energy hygiene, very, very, very important for you. 2026, cleanse, ground, protect your energy. Let's see from Finding Inner Peace. Now that was raise your vibration. So to raise your vibration, energy hygiene, Aries, energy hygiene. Now, if you're watching and you are not, oh, I got dogs in the background, excuse them. If you're not resonating with your sign, don't forget to check out the other placements in your chart. So you can watch for your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, anywhere else in your chart that you feel is relevant. A lot of people watch for their Venus as well. And of course, you can cross watch. I like to watch for my children and my husband, and I like to see what messages come up for them. Before we move on to the rest of these readings, if you have been resonating with these messages so far, I would appreciate so much if you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing if you are feeling into my energy, and send this video to someone you know. Share this video with someone who might need to hear it. It's great when we can all receive messages that resonate so much with us, right? And Finding Inner Peace for the Aries Collective. What else will help Aries to find inner peace in 2026, please? Focusing is key. I can handle setbacks and use them to grow. Focusing helps me to achieve everything I desire. So you got devotion and you got focus. So there's definitely something here for you around coming into new routines, new rituals, new practices. really focusing on you. As you focus on you and your own inner journey, you're going to be able to put out so much beauty. You're going to be showing up in service. Again, your own unique flavor of medicine. Aries, let me know in the comments if this was resonating with you. I hope it was, and I'm excited for your 2026. Taurus, let's see what's coming up for you. What is the primary energy for the Taurus collective for the month ahead, please? Not the month ahead. Oh my gosh, the year ahead, 2026. What is the primary energy for the Taurus collective, please? Taurus. Okay, Heavenly Helpers. This was very much in line with the overall energy for the collective, okay? So there could be a lot of you who have Taurus placements who are watching, because Heavenly Helpers tells us that your team is guiding you, your spirit guides and allies. Whatever struggles you're going through right now, you're not doing it alone, okay? Taurus, throughout the year ahead, it's so important for you to know that you are surrounded by a team of spirit guides and allies, okay? If you are someone who prays, you can pray to your spirit guides, your allies, your angels, your ancestors, nature spirits, anyone, anything that you resonate with. Archangels, saints. You are surrounded by a team of spirit guides and allies who all want to help you to align with your highest path, okay? And it's so important in 2026 for you to remember that you are not alone. What message will help the Taurus collective to raise their vibration the most in 2026, please? Come home to your body. Again, I feel like a lot of you who are watching probably have strong Taurus placements, because this message, just like Heavenly Helpers, was very prevalent in the collective reading as well. Come home to your body. Some of you might start exercising. Some of you might start eating different. Some of you might start a new meditation practice that brings you into your body. Breath work, I'm getting for some of you. This is really going to help you raise your vibration in 2026. And on the bottom of the deck, we get my light attracts light. Beautiful. So stand in your light, stand in your truth. Your light will attract more light, Taurus. And remember, for those of you who are still shedding, for those of you who are still working in your shadows, we have to bring it to light to be able to release it, right? We have to feel it to heal it. So if you're feeling like, oh, but I'm still stuck in my shadow, you got to bring the light to the shadow. That's how you move through it, right? Bring awareness. And what will help the Taurus collective to find inner peace in 2026, please? What will help the Taurus collective find inner peace? Okay, I'm getting appreciating myself. I completely know my own worth and honor and love my wonderful soul. Again, another message here on self-love. I don't think that's a coincidence. I do not believe in coincidences here. There's definitely something for you, Taurus, around coming back home to yourself, listening to your intuition, listening to your body, remembering what it is that you need to feel whole, to feel complete, to feel loved. Loving on yourself. So much self-love here. I don't know, I feel like looking at the bottom of the deck, opening my mind. Hello. Listening to your intuition. I just said that. I open my mind to the love, wisdom, and guidance, the universe, and I will learn to trust again. Beautiful. Taurus, you're going to be opening up some gifts as well, just like the Aries collective. That's what I'm getting from all of this. But the key for you is in your self-love journey. Okay, we're moving on to Gemini. What is the primary energy for Gemini for the year ahead, please, for 2026? What is the primary energy for Gemini? Gemini, self-love. Oh my gosh. I feel like whoever's watching these videos, you're like, you resonated with the collective reading and now it's just being echoed into your sign. Okay. You resonate with the collective reading, and now doesn't matter if you're watching for your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, anywhere else, the primary reading is overflowing into these individual readings as well. The self-love card says you're learning that your capacity to love others is directly related to your ability to love yourself. And you know, a lot of people come to me for relationship readings. And they're like, I need to know, is my relationship going to work out? Is my relationship going to work out? But it's the same message no matter who is asking. Your relationship is dependent on your own individual journey with yourself. It's not dependent on another person or the other person changing or the other person growing or the other person doing this or doing that. It's dependent on you, because whether you're meant to be with someone else or not is going to be more clear and more obvious to you the more you love yourself. When you love yourself, and I mean really love yourself, like you would love a child. You make sure that child gets enough water. You make sure they get enough sleep, enough sunshine. You make sure that little child gets enough fruits and vegetables. You make sure that they get to read. You make sure that they get some quiet time, some alone time, some socialization even. And you make sure that little child doesn't get too much of anything too. You make sure they don't get too much junk food, too much sun, because that can be bad too, right? You know, a little sunburn, get a little pink skin. You make sure that that little child doesn't get too much socialization because you know they're going to be drained. You make sure they don't get too much exercise because you know they need their rest. You make sure they don't get too much junk food because you know it's going to not be good for them. It's going to make them feel terrible and act terrible. So can you do the same for yourself? Because when you really love on yourself, then you're going to attract someone who loves you just as much as you love yourself. When we treat ourselves really poorly, we often attract people who also treat us poorly, right? Everyone's just mirrors for us. The self-love card says that the more you love yourself, the more you'll attract others who love you just as much. And what will help the Gemini collective to raise their vibration in the year ahead, in 2026? What will help the Gemini collective to raise their vibration the most? I am protected by Source. Beautiful message. Beautiful message. It's so important for us to remember that we have divine protection. Divine protection. Again, we have our guardian angels. We have a team of spirit guides and allies. God, Source, the universe, whatever you want to call a higher power, is surrounding us, protecting us. This is so important for you to remember. And I'm getting on the bottom of the deck. Look at your cards. They match. Again, matchy, matchy. I clear my energy fields. So once again, energy hygiene is going to be hugely important for you. Cleanse your energy, ground your energy, protect your energy. And how can the Gemini collective find inner peace in 2026, please? What will help the Gemini collective to find inner peace? Okay, Gemini, we're getting traveling. Traveling opens your mind and raises self-development to new levels. You've got to get out of your environment. Go somewhere new, somewhere fresh. Come visit me. Come to the beautiful Okanagan. It's so nice here. I'm going to have lots of retreats this year. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got create new habits. I'm strong enough to turn bad practices into good habits. I am the creator of my own life. So what habits, what rituals, what practices are you calling into your life? Which ones will make you feel more aligned, more at peace? Again, listening to your body, loving yourself. Self-care looks different for all of us. I'll tell you what self-care is not. Self-care is not going to get your hair done and your nails done. That's not self-care. Self-care is really loving on yourself. Really loving yourself. Making sure that you have everything you need. Self-care is going to bed early. Self-care is shutting off Netflix. Moving on to Cancer. What is the primary message that the Cancer collective needs to hear for 2026, please? What is the primary energy for the Cancer collective for 2026? Connection. Once again, you are very connected to the heavenly realms. Cancer, your spirit guides and allies are all over you as well. Every single one of us, okay? Every single one of us. And we all have We all have each of the signs somewhere in our chart, right? This is an invitation for you, Cancer, to connect in with your spirit guides and allies, to familiarize yourself with your guardian angel, to familiarize yourself with your spirit guides and allies, the ones who want to be around you and help you at this stage of your life. Your ancestors, the ascended masters, archangels, gods, goddesses, deities, animal spirits, plant spirits. We all have such a big team of spirit guides and allies, and you know, sometimes a new one will come in for a short period of time, and this is an opportunity, an invitation for you, Cancer, to familiarize yourself with your spirit guides and allies, the ones that are here for you in 2026. What message will help the Cancer Collective to raise their vibration in 2026, please? It's okay to feel what you need to feel. Yeah, Cancer's getting an emotional card. Yeah, you rule our emotions. You sure do. You're a water sign. Feel what you need to feel. I said this earlier. In order to heal it, we have to feel it. We need to bring light to our shadow in order to release it. So whatever emotions you're going through in 2026, allow yourself to feel them. If we don't feel them, what happens is we end up repressing them, suppressing them, pushing them down, and then what happens? Then they implode, right? That's where we manifest cancer and disease and illness and injury. And we're like, oh, it's just because I'm getting old. No, it's not. It's because you didn't feel your damn feelings. Feel them. In 2026, allow yourself to feel them. And on the bottom of the deck, my light attracts light. Beautiful. So again, when you feel it, you can heal it. When you bring light to the shadow, you can release it. And then you're left with this beautiful light that is attracting other light beings. Oh, I love that. I love that. And Cancer, what will help you to find inner peace in the year ahead, please? What will help the Cancer Collective to find inner peace in the year ahead? Okay, don't look back. You might be feeling nostalgic about several things from your past, but you have the power to move forward. So what you left behind in 2025, it's not meant to come with you in 2026. Do not look back. It's gone for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. There is a divine timing aspect to everything. And this is saying, trust that. Trust in divine timing. Trust that what is done, and what is done is all that could have been done. Some of you may consider reading the Four Agreements. It talks about how the way that it was is the only way that it ever could have been. So when you're feeling your feelings, don't go back and attach yourself to the story. I feel like that's really important. Okay, don't go back and attach yourself to the story. Allow yourself to feel it so that you can heal it. But don't bring yourself back there, okay? What's done is done. You are moving forward into a beautiful life, Cancer. And on the bottom of the deck here, we have becoming aware. I am becoming aware of things that are holding me back so I can live my life to its full potential. Beautiful. I love these messages for you, Cancer. Again, let me know down below in the comments if this is resonating, and also where does Cancer fall in your chart? Leo, let's see what's coming up for you for 2026. What is the primary energy for the Leo Collective for 2026, please? What is the primary energy for the Leo Collective? Okay, we've got nourishment. Leo, you're being called to take some time out for self-care, nourishing your mind, nourishing your body, nourishing your soul. Once again, these messages feel very, very similar to the overall message from the collective. So how are you neglecting yourself? How are you neglecting your body, your mind, your soul? Every time we get these messages, I'm like, oh yeah, drink more water. If you really struggle to drink water, just put some herbal tea in there. Most herbal teas are caffeine-free and calorie-free. I see 111, by the way. 111 is, remember, check your thoughts, okay? So what were you thinking and feeling when I said that? When I said nourishment, where have you been neglecting your mind, your body, and your soul? Because 111 says, check your thoughts. You got to get on a high vibration real quick because the universe is going to mirror back what we put out there. So when I said, you're being asked to take time out for self-care, where are you neglecting your mind, your body, your soul? If you automatically went into victim, like, oh, but my circumstances make it so that I can't, or, oh, but sugar just tastes so good, whatever the case was, it's like, no, you gotta get out of that victim mentality because you are in control. You are a Leo. Hello. You are in control. You've got the power and the courage. So where have you been neglecting yourself? Not getting enough water, not getting enough fruits and vegetables, not getting enough protein, not getting enough movement. When I'm talking about consuming things, I don't just mean what we consume in our bodies. I mean what we consume in our energy field as well. So again, getting back to cleansing, grounding, protecting your energy hygiene. Also, what are you consuming? Like, what videos are you watching? What music are you listening to? Because everything either raises our vibration or lowers it, right? And speaking of, let's see what will help the Leo collective to raise their vibration in 2026. What will help the Leo collective raise their vibration the most in 2026, please? I lovingly accept myself. Beautiful. I lovingly accept myself. Look at all that green heart chakra color all over that beautiful heart in the middle. How can you practice more self-acceptance this year? That's going to help you raise your vibration by accepting yourself. Not trying to change yourself, not trying to dim to fit in, not trying to be who you think everybody thinks that you should be, or not trying to be what other people want you to be, but just accepting yourself exactly as you are. And on the bottom of the deck, you are safe here. And I feel like some of you don't feel safe in your body. And this is about loving yourself, accepting yourself, coming back home to your body, feeling safe in your body. It is safe. And what will help the Leo collective to find inner peace in 2026, please? What will help the Leo collective to find inner peace in 2026, please? Unbecoming everything that I'm not. Exactly what we were just talking about, accepting yourself. I'm not changing for anything or anyone. I'm celebrating pure authenticity and unbecoming everything that I am not. Leo, there might still be some shedding and releasing for you here, especially in the first part of the year, so that you can come more into alignment with the true you. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got visualizing my wildest dreams. Yes, please. I know the power of my thoughts, and visualizing them will lead me to live the life of my wildest dreams. You got to see it to believe it. What is it that you're calling into your life? More harmony in your relationships, more passion in your day-to-day life, more fulfilling work. For me, I was calling in this acreage, these chickens, organic gardens, the whole 9 yards. And here it is. You've got to see it to believe it, okay? Beautiful. Leo, you'll have to let me know in the comments if this is resonating with you. Okay, Virgo, I'm going to see what's coming up for us. And I say us because I am a Virgo sun and Virgo rising myself. So what is the primary energy for the Virgo collective for 2026, please? What is the main message for Virgo in 2026? We've got two. I'm not playing favorites, I promise. Okay, so we've got restlessness. Find a way to calm the waters of our minds. Now, Virgo, getting stuck in our head, obviously that is a common theme. So this card is a reminder that when we get out of our heads and into our heart, that's where we can get more easily into flow. That's where things seem to align a lot easier for us in general. And we're also getting the fear card. And it says that your fears are stopping you from creating the life that you truly dream of, the life that you truly deserve. Everything always comes from love or fear, right? And when we're going through different circumstances throughout the year, what can be a really powerful practice is to ask ourselves, is this coming from love or is this coming from fear? So how do we then raise our vibration for the month ahead? The month ahead, the year ahead. I've done that a couple of times now. So for 2026, what is the most aligned way for the Virgo collective to raise our vibration? Yeah, I feel like this restlessness card, what it's really telling us is that there's so much that we're perceiving. It's not even that circumstances are holding us back. It's our perception of those circumstances, the story that we create around them. And how do we raise our vibration in 2026, please? This one really wants to come out. I almost didn't grab it. You are not alone. So very similar message to so many of the messages that have come up today. Our spirit guides, our spirit allies, our angels, our ancestors, ascended masters, they're all with us. We're not alone. And on the bottom of the deck, shift your perspective. That's what I just said with the restlessness card. You guys, we can't make this up, okay? So shift your perspective. And I was talking earlier about eagle medicine. Eagle can really help us out with this, right? To help us to soar high above, reminding us to see the bigger picture in all of our life circumstances. Don't forget to call on eagle medicine or any other spirit guide or ally that you feel can be really helpful with helping you navigate any of these fears that show up throughout the year. Your fears are keeping you from moving forward into the life that you deserve. Is this coming from fear or is this coming from love? And you know, it sounds really cliche, but you can turn your fear into excitement. They kind of feel the same way, right? Like think about being at the top of a roller coaster and you're about to go down and you get those butterflies in your stomach and they're so scary. Ooh, I just got truth bumps. You guys saw that. And it's so scary, but it's also so exciting at the exact same time. So if there's something that you've been really longing to do, something that feels like it's in alignment with your true path, but you're scared for whatever reason, you can flip the switch and you can turn that fear into excitement. Now, what will help the Virgo collective to find inner peace in 2026? I'm going to pull another one here. One fell out, but I'm going to pull another one just so we can get a backup message here. Okay, so the card that fell out is focus. We already got this for one of the other cards, or one of the other signs rather. So if you know your chart, perhaps the other card, I can't remember which sign it came out with, but perhaps that's something else that's a strong placement in your chart. Focusing in key says that I can handle setbacks and use them to grow. Focusing helps me to achieve everything that I can desire, or everything that I desire. And I was just talking about eagle medicine, and eagle also lends us the bird's eye view, that laser focus, that ability to focus. So I feel like for many of you, Virgo, eagle medicine might be really strong for you to work with in 2026. Then on the bottom of the deck, we get nurturing my soul. Beautiful. This theme of self-love, this theme of self-care, it's continuing on through the signs. Growth on all levels is a priority, so I will take the time to nurture my soul with wisdom and positivity. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, Virgo, please let me know in the comments down below, how is this resonating for you? Of course, be sure to check out your monthly readings as well, and the other placements in your chart. And let's see what is coming up for the Libra collective. I'm always thinking in the back of my mind of the people I know who have strong Libra placements when I pull these cards, and wondering to myself, how is that going to affect them? How are these messages going to show up for them in the year ahead? So what is the primary energy for the Libra collective for 2026, please? The primary energy for Libra. Okay, I'm getting the void. So Libra, this card comes up when you're covering up pain through some sort of addiction. And I've talked a lot about this on my channel throughout the years. You know, when we're using unhealthy coping mechanisms, which we all do from time to time, it's usually something that starts with the letter S. So we have substances. Most people are aware of this. When it comes to addictions, you know, it's very common to initially think of substances like drugs and alcohol. Food is also considered a substance when you are emotionally eating or mindlessly eating your feelings, things like that. Binge eating for sure. And then screens are also one of the primary ways of numbing out these days. It's so easy to numb out with screens. I mean, here you are watching this video and I'm grateful you're here and supporting the channel, but maybe when this is over, shut it off. We can also numb out with other things that start with the letter S. So shopping and sex are a way to sort of disconnect. But what this is really saying is that there's a need for connection. There's a need for connecting with your true self, your higher self, your body. And be mindful of any habits or behaviors that are taking you away from that. Taking you away from connection with yourself, with your body, with your true self, your higher self. What will help the Libra collective to raise their vibration in 2026, please? I clear my energy field. Yeah, totally. Energy hygiene, okay? Cleanse, ground, protect your energy. And for myself, I mean, like I said, we all from time to time will have unhealthy coping mechanisms. If I notice myself numbing out of my phone too much, the first thing I do is get up and I go cleanse my energy. I like to use bells. I like to use rattles. I like to use Florida water, agua de Florida. I like to use sage. Sometimes I'll even go and put my feet into some pink salt water. Or if I have the time, I'll go jump in the cold lake, because cold plunging is definitely a very powerful way to clear your own energy. There's lots of different ways to clear our energy, but energy hygiene is going to be really important for you. And then you also got same as the Virgo card. You were not alone. Your spirit guides, your spirit allies, your ancestors, your angels, your guardian angel, ascended masters, saints, animal spirits, plant spirits. Your entire team is here and they want you to be aware of them in 2026. They want you to connect with them in 2026. It's a beautiful message. And for the Libra collective, what will help the Libra collective find inner peace with ease and grace throughout 2026, please? Okay, I'm getting my lifetime dreams. I don't have to dream my life, as I have the power to manifest my lifetime dreams. So there are huge opportunities coming your way. Again, it's a number 1 year, the year of the horse, new opportunities, new beginnings. What is it that you're calling into your life? What is it that you're manifesting into your life? You don't have to dream of your life, because you can manifest your life. What are you manifesting, Libra? Share that down below in the comments. You're also having a healthy lifestyle. This is card number 32. 3 and 2 is 5, and 5 is all about change, right? This says, I'm conscious of the force of nutritious food, and I know that a healthy lifestyle is not just a trend, but it's a fundamental for a happy life. And this is what I've been talking about. You know, earlier when I was talking about how working in the health and fitness industry for such a long time, and how disheartening it can be when former clients gain back the weight. You saw them have this incredible success and they were loving it, and then they gain back the weight. And why is that? Why is that? It is because, as cliche and, you know, cheesy as it sounds, it has to become a lifestyle. You have to actually honor yourself and want to treat yourself better in order for it to last. If you're just going through the motions and following a meal plan because you think that it's going to be the magic key to whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, whether that's fit into certain clothes or lose certain weight or have a certain physique, whatever that is, then it's not going to last. This card is saying that a healthy lifestyle is your key to happiness. I think this can apply for all of us. Again, we all have Libra somewhere in our chart. So this is definitely applicable for all of us in some way, shape, or form, but staying totally on brand with today's entire reading for 2026. Self-care, self-love, loving yourself, loving your body. It's going to be a big theme for you this year, Libra. Scorpio, what have we got? And I say we again because I'm a Scorpio moon. I actually got a stellium in Scorpio. It's funny, when I was younger, I had a lot of people, and even today, I had a lot of people say that I'm too much or I'm too intense. And it's like, no, I actually realize it's because I've got some Scorpio in my chart. And that intensity is a beautiful thing. Not everybody is willing to go as deep as we are. Not everybody is willing to feel like we feel. A lot of people don't want to feel, right? What is the primary energy for the Scorpio collective in 2026, please? Healing with nature, getting outside. This says that your soul is yearning to be outside with the healing waters, the healing trees, the healing flowers. Get outside into nature. Make that your mantra for 2026 because it is going to be so healing. And again, you know, Scorpios, we do go deep. And how do we integrate all of the healing that we are doing? We integrate it by giving it to Pachamama, Mother Earth, Gaia, our great mother. And as I said earlier, like any great mother, she wants to take all of our pain, all of our suffering. She wants to take all of our grief, all of our sadness, all of our anger, all of our fear, all of our doubt, all of our insecurity, like any good mother would, right? Like, I'm a mom and I want to take all that from my kids. I want my kids to be happy and healthy and joyous, and I don't want them to have to deal with any of the disharmonious feelings. I know that's part of life, but if I can take it, I will, right? And like any good mother, Mother Earth wants to take all of our suffering. So go outside, give it to the earth. Hug a damn tree. What will help the Scorpio collective to raise our vibration in 2026, please? What will help Scorpio the most to raise our vibration? I trust the wisdom within. Scorpio, you're so wise. You're so wise. You have so much wisdom from not only this lifetime, but past lives. And look at this beautiful star right on the third eye. You're also channeling wisdom. Trust it. Trust it. And on the bottom of the deck, I am surrounded by angels. Once again, perfectly on brand for the rest of this reading. Our spirit guides, our spirit allies, our angels, our ancestors. We are surrounded by a loving, supporting spirit. And there is an opportunity in 2026 for you to connect more to your spirit team. Ooh, and I'm going to pull one more because that one just totally fell out before I even asked the question. How can the Scorpio collective find more inner peace in 2026, please? How can Scorpio find more inner peace in 2026? Okay, so I'm getting a new day, a new start. It's okay to fail. Every day is a new start, and I will treat myself graciously. So this is about having compassion for yourself. Every day's a new day. Doesn't matter what happened yesterday. We're not going that way. I think Cancer had a similar message with don't look back. We're not going that way. We're just going forward. Every day is an opportunity, and it's a number one year, so there will be plenty of opportunities. And I'm also getting here, 22, softening of your heart. I'm no longer willing to let bad experiences take over my heart. It's time to let go of negativity. And look at, she's got a rose in her hand. Roses are sacred. Roses carry the highest vibration of any other plant in the entire plant kingdom. Go outside, be with Pachamama, and give her some roses as an offering, an ayani, sacred reciprocity. Give for her today to give for you tomorrow. If you give to her, then she kind of owes you one, right? She can take all of your pain, all of your suffering, all of this negativity we're talking about, all of this self-criticism for potential failure. And on the bottom of the deck, look at this. We've got 29, opening my mind. That third eye, we had the third eye highlighted here as well. I trust the wisdom within. I open my mind to the love, wisdom, and guidance of the universe, and I will learn to trust again. When we have the same message more than once from Spirit, that's like a great big exclamation mark at the end, right? It's like pay extra attention, and I trust the wisdom within. I open my mind to the love, wisdom, and guidance of the universe, and I will learn to trust again. There's something here about your own inner wisdom for 2026, okay? Learning to trust yourself again. I always say that our intuition is like any other muscle. The more we exercise it, the stronger it gets, right? But just like any other muscle, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So there's something here, Scorpio, for you around not only receiving intuitive messages, but taking action on them. And that's going to strengthen your intuition. Taking action on the intuitive messages. We all get intuitive messages. I've talked a lot about the body today. You know, like, I need to drink more water. I need to eat more protein. I need to get my body moving. Those are intuitive messages. But taking action on them is what strengthens our intuition. So there's something here about learning to trust your own inner wisdom again in 2026, Scorpio. Sagittarius, moving on to you. What is the primary message for the Sagittarius collective in 2026, please? What is the primary energy for the Sagittarius collective in the year ahead? Getting obsession. This was similar to the Virgo card. It's time to get out of your head and into your heart. Stop ruminating. Sagittarius, maybe you need to pick up a journal. Write all of your thoughts out onto paper. That's moving energy, right? It's moving energy. Or speak them into a fire, into your water. Whatever is bothering you, whatever is keeping you up at night, whatever you're making a mountain out of a molehill about, there's a way that you can shift this energy. You've got to move the energy. You've got to channel it. So if the journal is just not speaking to you, maybe starting a new exercise routine to move that energy. Move it. It can't stay because it's just keeping you stuck. That's what I'm getting with this obsession card, is that being stuck in your head, it's like literally being stuck. So how can you move the energy of what's going on up here? Spirit, show me how the Sagittarius collective can raise their vibration easily and effortlessly in 2026, please. What will help the Sagittarius collective the most to raise their vibration? Feeling fear is a call for love. Very similar message to Virgo. Feeling fear is a call for love. Remember I said everything comes from love or fear. So when you are ruminating, when you're going over everything over and over and over and over and over again in your head, ask yourself, is this coming from love or fear? Taking action only from what is coming from love, not the fear. And then on the bottom of the deck, I make way for miracles. There are abundant opportunities coming your way in 2026. It is the year of the horse, a number one year. There's new opportunities, forward momentum. I make way for miracles. There are miracles on their way, but you've got to get out of your head. You've got to get out of your head, Sagittarius. And let's see. Oh, how can the Sagittarius collective, oh my gosh, there's lots of ways for you to find inner peace because they're just flying left, right, and center. How can the Sagittarius collective find inner peace in 2026, please? What is the easiest way for the Sagittarius collective to find inner peace in 2026? Okay, I'm going to read this one first, and then I'll do the two that fell because I feel like they're both applicable here for you. So I am blooming. Look at the beautiful rainbow. Look at those beautiful flowers. We got the spring energy. I am full of authenticity because I bloom exactly the way that I was always meant to. Once again, staying on brand with the entire reading. Here we are talking about authenticity. Authenticity is for all of us this year. Shedding and releasing anything that no longer feels like it is us, our true self, not who we think that we should be, not who everybody expects us to be, but us, the true you. Letting go. Now is the time to let go of everything that no longer serves me. That's what I just said. That's what I literally just said. And look at these cards, look similar to me. Different, but similar in the way that the colors are coming through. And then honoring my inner light. The times when I let my brightness dim are over. I fully honor my inner light, which is an echoing of what was just said about being true to who you truly are and living in your authenticity. I feel for you, Sagittarius, this is going to be a year of really finding yourself, redefining yourself. And on the bottom of the deck, honoring a healthy lifestyle, just like Libra had. Honoring a healthy lifestyle, I'm conscious of the force of nutritious food, and I know that a healthy lifestyle is not just a trend, but is fundamental in a happy life. Absolutely, it's fundamental. Absolutely, it's fundamental. Food is either medicine or poison, one or the other. It's medicine or it's poison. And we have choices, you know? Like, yeah, sure, it's convenient to make some choices and it's cheap to make some choices. But it doesn't have to be expensive to eat healthy. It absolutely does not have to be expensive to eat healthy at all. I started with the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. I mostly eat organic now, and it's not a pretentious thing. It's like I don't want to eat poison. And I recognize that most of the groceries in the grocery store are poison. They're either chemicals in a box, a can, or a jar, or they're fruits and vegetables that have been sprayed with poison. But either way, they're not good. They're raising my energy or they're lowering my energy, and most of them are lowering it. So when I was first starting to switch over to organic, I began with just the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15 because I didn't want to justify spending the money on changing my groceries. It was just too expensive. So Dirty Dozen, Clean 15. Then I started growing herbs inside in pots. You know, find a nice window with good light, put some herbs in a pot. You don't have to buy them anymore. They're not poison. You're not going to spray them with poison. So you know that they're good. And now here we are with nearly 12 acres, and I'm going to be growing all my own food this year. You guys will have to watch on my TikTok page because I definitely have a big learning curve to go through. But it really feels to me, Sagittarius, that you're going to make your health a priority this year, and maybe it's about time. Maybe it's about time. Capricorn, let's see what's up for you for 2026. What is the primary energy for the Capricorn collective, please, for 2026? What messages does the Capricorn collective need to know for the year ahead, please? Entrepreneur, I love this card. Like I said earlier, so many of us are stepping into our gifts, stepping into service. We know that we are here for a reason. We have a purpose. And you are aligning with your purpose, Capricorn, my little entrepreneur friend. So Capricorn, you're a fellow earth sign. I'm a fellow earth sign. I love to work. One of my really good friends, she's got Capricorn everywhere in her chart. And she loves to work too. And she's like, you must have so much Capricorn in your chart, Jenny. You just love to work so much. And I'm like, not as much as you. But there's definitely something here for you. Keep your eyes open. Be open to opportunities that are coming your way. Again, number 1 year of the horse, new opportunities, forward momentum, freedom, because there's something here for you to do. What is it? Again, I was talking about passion earlier. What is it that brings you passion? What could you do for hours that feels like minutes? If you don't know what this is for you, I mean, I can always be open for business readings. I open up 5 one-on-one sessions per month, and some of those are business readings. I actually really love business readings. So, you know, if you're curious about your own passions, your own purpose, if you're not quite clear, then of course you can find that clarity in your own meditations, your own journeys. But if you're looking for guidance on that, feel free to reach out. What will help the Capricorn collective to raise their vibration with ease and grace, ease and grace, ease and grace in the year ahead, please? Manifesting is my superpower. Beautiful. What are you calling in? What are you calling in? It sounds to me like you're calling in a fulfilling career path, with an abundance of clients, where you can give with no strings attached, where you can show up in service, receiving a fair and equal energy exchange that just happens to lead to monetary wealth and abundance. Sounds good to me. And on the bottom of the deck, you are worthy. Do not question it, okay? Capricorn, you're worthy. You have your own unique flavor of medicine, and that medicine is needed in the world right now. You are worthy exactly as you are now. You don't have to do another course. You don't have to do another training. You don't have to go back to school. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. You are worthy exactly as you are right now. Right now. Sometimes we can have perfectionism paralysis, where we don't take any action because we want everything to be perfect first before we take any action, and then we end up not doing it at all. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself, Capricorn. What can help the Capricorn collective to find inner peace in 2026 with ease and grace, please? Becoming aware. I'm becoming aware of things that are holding me back so I can live my life to its full potential. Bringing awareness to your own shadow, to your blind spots, to what might be keeping you back, what might be holding you back. Being wide open and authentic. Being true to yourself, being honest with yourself. And I feel like this first part of the year, while we're still in Capricorn season, heading into Aquarius season, it's not quite nature's new year just yet. There's still an opportunity for shedding, bringing light to that shadow. That's what this is telling me. And then on the bottom of the deck, a new day is a new start. It's okay to fail. Every day is a new start, and I will treat myself graciously. Fellow Earth sign, I believe Virgo got this card as well. So pick yourself up every time you fall. And if you're getting the entrepreneur card, just FYI, you will fall. You will fall. Entrepreneurship is about learning. There are no mistakes, okay? You never fail. You either learn or you grow, or you win, or you succeed. But there's no failing, because every experience teaches us something. And in entrepreneurship, there will be many. I've been self-employed for nearly 11 years now, and let me tell you, there's many. And my husband has started his business a couple years ago. He's going to go full-time at some point. And yeah, there's lots of stumbles along the way, and you learn from every single one of them. Let me know in the comments down below, Capricorn, was that resonating with you? We're getting towards the end here. We've got Aquarius coming up. If these readings have been resonating with you, please let me know down below in the comments. Please like this video, share it with somebody else that you know that you think would benefit from it. And of course, if you're new here and you're feeling called to my energy, I would so appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. January readings will be coming out immediately after this one, so make sure that you check those out for your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising, your Venus, anywhere else in your chart, or like I said earlier, you can cross-watch for your loved ones as well. I do that all the time. Aquarius, what is the primary energy? What is the primary message for the Aquarius collective for 2026, please? Wake up call! Aquarius, something's going to shift here. Something's going to shift. The wake up call card is like the Tower card in tarot, okay? Some big shakeup is coming. Some big shakeup. And I want you to remember, this isn't happening to you, it's happening for you, okay? When the wake-up call card comes, or when the Tower moment comes, everyone's like, oh my God, why is this happening? Why do I have to be doing this? Like, I'm on my journey. When is this shit gonna be done? When is it gonna be over? But the thing is, the Tower can only fall if it was built on a shady foundation. If it was built on a strong foundation, it just wouldn't fall. So whatever falls was not meant for you. If it was meant for you, it wouldn't fall in to begin with. It wouldn't fall in the first place. So know and trust that whatever comes out of your life is making space for what is meant to come in. And again, year number 1, year of the horse, new beginnings, new opportunities, forward momentum, freedom. We've got to make space for what's coming in for you, okay? And what will help the Aquarius collective to raise their vibration? It's okay to feel what you need to feel. So when this Tower moment comes, when this wake-up call card comes, You know, feel what you need to feel. If you need to grieve it, grieve it. If you need to be angry about it, be angry about it. Don't stifle those feelings, or they're going to implode on you. Don't stifle them. Allow yourself to feel them. When we feel, we heal. And on the bottom of the deck, come home to your body. We're all getting such very similar but different messages. Coming home to your body, grounding into yourself, grounding into the present moment. When this wake-up call comes, it could leave you feeling like your central nervous system is really shot, like your central nervous system is really stressed. So coming back home to your body is going to help you calm that central nervous system. They say calming down because when we ground, we calm the central nervous system. So how can you ground? When the weather's not nice and you can't get outside or you don't want to go outside, you could just close your eyes, put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, slow down your breath. That's simple. You can use different herbs, different plants. I like to use sage, Palo Santo, essential oils. Just slowing down, shutting the phone off, grounding back into your body. And what will help the Aquarius Collective to find inner peace in 2026? With ease and grace, please. What will help Aquarius find inner peace in 2026? With ease and grace. Rediscovering myself. My true self is showing up more and more. Who I am and what I do is confirmed day after day. Authenticity. Remembering who you truly are. Taking off all the masks, all the robes. Taking off all the different hats that no longer fit. And remembering who it is that you truly are. Rediscovering yourself. That will help you find inner peace. And on the bottom of the deck, opening my minds. Lots of intuition coming in here with this card. I open my mind to the love, wisdom, and guidance of the universe, and I will learn to trust again. Now, if you're a cross watcher or you're watching for somewhere else in your sign, I'm curious if you've seen that message multiple times for your own sign, whether it's your sun, your moon, your rising, anywhere else. If you have received that message multiple times, remember, when Spirit gives us the same message over and over and over again, that is like a great big exclamation mark at the end. That means pay attention. This message is for you. All right, so you'll have to let me know down below in the comments, Aquarius, was this reading resonating for you, the collective as well as the individual reading? And I do hope to see you on your January videos. Have a beautiful end of 2025. Have a beautiful start to 2026. Sending you so much love, so many blessings, so much authenticity and self-love and self-care as we enter into this new year. And for all of you who have been here with me all year long as I've been beginning to grow this channel, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your likes, your subscribes, your comments. You have no idea how much they mean to me. You guys all know how the algorithm works. The more that you like the video, the more that you comment, the more that you subscribe, the more that you share, the more people who will see it, the more likely I am to show up, because let me tell you, this year was tough. I'm not gonna lie, I have so many other things on the go. YouTube videos take a lot of time. So I didn't always have the motivation to do them, but I've gotten some really great feedback. So I do continue to show up and I will continue to show up. So I'm excited to bring you some more channeled messages in 2026. Have a beautiful holiday, everyone, and I will see you on the next one.